What's up, everybody? Welcome back to RWBY D&D. As always, I'm your host, Connor. With us, we have Travis as Flynn,
Hey, what's up?
Zach as Aquos.
I'm nervous.
There we go. We're just going to cut the entire middle ground there.
No! Okay.
And Mike is Huck, who will be joining us here later. He's hung up at work. Oh, but he's in jail, so it's okay.
R&R time.
Quick recap as to what happened last time. The team spent some time back in Vale, and things got quickly out of hand as Davos appealed to Haku, baited him into talking to the king, and then, once dissatisfied with the answers of the king, assaulted the king from another plane, sending him into a coma and leaving Haku to take the blame and be arrested alongside Aquos. That's a hell of a run-on sentence.
You didn't even wine and dine me first. You straight up fucked me.
Yeah, you could have just been completely frontal with the whole thing.
I didn't lie. I just didn't tell the truth. Nothing I said was a lie.
I don't care about technicality, and neither did they.
Clearly.
So these two are obviously in the corner. Don't worry about that. They're not actually here. That's just for token tracking. So, Aquos, you have been escorted into a private room. There is a light in the center of it. There is a table that is in front of you. And then it's just dark. There's another chair on the opposite end, but you're just waiting there in the meantime.
Okay.
Flynn, what are you doing?
I'm gonna walk out of my house and give my clone a high five and be like, "Yeah." No, we're yeah.
Where'd you learn to suck dick like that, Shadow?
We got much needed rest, and then we walked out. I guess I'm gonna go get my weapon fixed,
Yeah, you can do that.
and we'll go by. I guess the after that, while I'm waiting to get it fixed, I'll go by into the dust shop and see about getting another rations box if possible.
All right, well, first off, you go to the blacksmith. Says, all right, how can I help you?
Yeah, I hold up the broken piece.
Ooh. How many hit points does this thing normally have? What's its durability rating?
40.
All right, so just a base standard amount there. That's going to cost you 400 Rio for me to... Rio? Jesus Christ. 400 Lien.
Okay. Alrighty, and what about an upgrade?
That's going to cost you 200 or 200 per point.
Okay, I just want to upgrade the range.
All right. He takes a hammer, slams it into it, repairs the weapon. He takes another slam into it, gives it the range upgrade. All right, there you go.
All right. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Have a great day.
You as well.
And then I will head to the dust shop.
Hey, how can I help you?
Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Just heard that you were handing out more dust rations for Kingsman.
Yeah. Just need to see your ID real quick.
And I show him my phone.
All right.
Or scroll.
Goes back, grabs a box. There you go. Two of everything.
Hey, appreciate that. I know someone that'll like the... Wait, no, I don't know that. Never mind, metagame. Thank you. This will come in handy.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm just gonna...
For a second, I didn't start my recording. There we go, we're good.
We good?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm gonna just start walking around, seeing how everything's going. Since since we kind of won the war a little bit, but not all the way.
You took care of one front of the war, but you still got the other.
Mm-hmm. Just wanted to see how morale's doing, how people are doing in town, I guess.
It's pretty recent. They're still pretty down in the dumps. But you get a ring on your scroll.
Go for Flynn.
Flynn, it's Noctis. I need you to meet me.
Yeah, where at?
Where are you at currently?
I'm standing out front of the dust shop.
Meet me in front of the King's Castle.
Yep. All right. It's gonna take me. Wait, isn't that on the ferry or is that
Nope.
the other way?
That's the academy that's over there. King's Castle is right up here. Imagine just this entire top block is the castle.
Yep, I'll be up there in a minute.
It's all right.
Everything okay?
I'll see you when you get here, Flynn. And he hangs up.
Sense motive?
Things do not sound all okay.
I'm not going to show up with my gun drawn or anything. I'm going to keep it on my back, but still, I'm going to be wary. If I have to roll a perception check, I'll roll a perception check to make sure that, just to make sure everything's cool. In fact, I'll have my shadow jump across buildings above me just to make sure everything's okay.
Okay.
All right, so I step up.
Roll a perception check. Just one. Okay. So you go to the castle gates and you see Noctis is there waiting. You see he's got his weapons at his side. As you approach, he says, "Hello, Flynn. Are you aware? Are you aware of what's been going on?"
What's been going on?
Okay. You see, he draws his swords. And then your shadow, at the same time, hears a click behind him. And it turns around to see Erika pointing a rifle at it. She rolled a nat 20 on her stealth, by the way. Fun fact for that.
Okay. So you must not be Noctis, then.
No, I'm Noctis. And that's Erika up there. Flynn, I need you to answer a question. Has Haku been acting against the king?
I'm going to be honest, I haven't heard from Haku or Aquos in the last, how many hours was that?
It's been like a day.
Probably within the last 22, 24 hours. I really decided I wanted to rest for a while.
And before then, has he done anything in your travels together to make you doubt his loyalty to the king? Or to be honest, as a whole?
To be honest, Aquos and Haku are the most loyal people I've ever seen. If anyone you should be worried about, it should have been me, but obviously I've proven myself at this point.
You see his eyes narrow in on you, and he lets out a sigh. He sheathes his weapon, and you see at that point Erika drops hers as well. I'm sorry, Flynn. I needed to make sure. Haku and Aquos have been arrested.
What? You're joking.
No. Haku was with the king in a private meeting. The next time we saw him was him fleeing the king's room. And the king was in a coma.
Flynn's going to stop and look away for a second and think, and he's going to look back at him. This has to do with the visions.
You know, it's funny. Him and Aquos seem to say the exact same thing. Forgive me if I'm not as quick to write off magic as the cause.
I mean, we talked to you about it at the campfire that night.
And how many times have you been able to touch people on the other side of your vision?
Only once that I know of.
You were never able to actually touch anything.
I threw a vase and it hit him.
Oh, that did happen once. I forgot about that. Okay.
Only once that I'm aware of. But I didn't actually touch him. I threw a vase and it hit him. And shattered.
You see his eyes just looking at you, trying to read you. Okay. Maybe what he's saying is true. Maybe it is in fact Davos through a vision.
Is the king okay?
He's in a coma, so I mean he's alive.
That could completely change the tide of this war.
Yeah, so you can understand why we're taking this seriously. Aquos will be questioned as to why he lied about Haku's deception. You seem to have not genuinely known anything. However, Aquos, as he was speaking, It was clear that he had heard doubts about Haku. Whatever reason might have happened, Haku has doubted the king.
He's lying!
And that's the reason why he's been arrested. Hawkwas for lying, Haku for his acts. Allegedly.
They're racist.
What
Now-
could Davos have said to Haku to make him doubt the king?
Well, I suspect we're going to get to the bottom of that. Now, Flynn, I've fought alongside you all. I don't doubt your loyalty to this cause. But Haku will remain in custody until we discover the truth. And Aquos may be released today. But he also might be forced to be in a long-term custody as well.
So what am I supposed to do? I have no team now.
You're supposed to wait. Right now, we just have to hope that this delay is something that Vacuo can handle.
Yeah, we really don't have time for this.
We're sending you directly to Davos.
And so what would you prefer us do, Flynn?
You gotta do
Answer
what you
a
gotta do.
hypothetical here. If Haku is in fact a criminal, if he did actually commit this act, do you want him there with you?
I don't know how to say this. I guess one wrong in this case, being against the king, would erase all the rights, wouldn't it?
The question is as to whether or not he ever did any rights for the sake of right. Or to put it in another term, whether or not he was always loyal to Davos, and this has just been a facade. That is another possibility. And with a subconscious trigger that we've seen that they're capable of doing, I'm not ruling anything out.
So do I need to follow you, or am I free to walk around?
You're free to do whatever you need to. I'm informing you on the situation. And I am now currently the acting king. So, if there's anything you need to do, go and do it.
I look around. So Erica's your only protection right now? No offense to her. I'm just saying. Where's the rest of the guards?
Use a little snap, and you see a couple of King's Guards emerge from behind the gates.
So you were ready for me.
Yes. If you proved someone who I couldn't trust, I needed to make sure I could take you in. It's exactly what we had to do with Aquos.
This would have been a difficult fight. I'm glad I didn't decide to do anything stupid.
Now, Flynn, I have business to get to.
Do you need company?
Not right now. If that changes, I'll let you know.
Can they have visitors?
No. Not yet. Maybe things will change tomorrow.
Okay.
And you go off?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright.
the clone's gonna look at Etika,
She's just gonna nod at him.
and he's gonna hop down, and
She's gonna hop down towards Noctis. Aquos. You see Boreas enters your room, as well as the King's Guard, Blueberry.
Fuck that guy. I hate him so much. Boreas,
Hello, Aquos.
what's up?
I believe you know what is up.
I mean, yeah.
Aquos,
Skip
why did you
formalities, I
lie
guess.
about Haku?
I never lied about Haku, Boreas.
Aquos, this would be much easier if you just came clean at the gate.
I know what you want me to tell you is that Haku's this evil person who did this on purpose. No, he didn't. And I'm not going to tell you that.
I want to know why you lied to us, Aquos.
What exactly did I lie about, Boreas?
You said that he had given you no reason to doubt him, his loyalty to the king.
Because I don't
Blueberry
think...
says your words were not that exact, but that was the message you came across.
I see what you're saying. Haku has done nothing to me, nor Flynn, nor anyone in this world to prove that he would be against the king. Is he as loyal? Say that again?
Has he expressed doubts about the king?
He has never formally expressed doubts.
So you're saying this even given the conversation you had with Haku by the river?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I don't infer that he's talking about the king. He could potentially saying, "Do you want to just end this war? Are you tired of killing people?" Because he brought up a lot. Who are you willing to kill? And then it came into the thing of, I'm not just killing everybody, type thing.
But when I asked you about the check, I asked if you were speaking genuinely, if you were trying to be deceptive.
I guess. I don't know. Like,
Aquos, I am not here to condemn Haku. I am here to get answers. If there is a reason why he would have doubted the king, I need to know why that is to see whether or not the severity of it would have justified his action.
Here's the deal. Me and him had a conversation down by the river earlier, this morning or yesterday morning, whenever it was. I don't know the timeline.
This morning.
Okay, so this morning. He was asking me about me killing things, killing the generals, taking down different people. And in the end, after our conversation, and it was a great conversation, he was asking that before I just take the final shot, that I think about their lives before I just do it, right? And I get that. Everything has a life, but that morning, prior to meeting with Haku, I had a vision with a meal and Mercedes, and it looks like the Emperor's son. Odds are he potentially had one too. Based on every conversation we've ever had about our visions, I can see the generals. I believe Flynn can see Captain Flowers. And his have always been tied to Davos. Odds are he had a vision of Davos. I don't know what was said. I do not know what could have changed Haku. What I can tell you, Haku is loyal to the cause to save the world. He has never once said, I'm against the king, nor has he ever hinted that he wants to kill the king, hurt the king, do any of that. So I'm not lying to you when I tell you that Haku is not against the king, or have expressed illicit doubts about the king. Boreas, do I make myself clear? I'm not going to explain this again.
Yes, you've made yourself clear. In any of your visions, have you been able to physically interact with Emil?
Do you want the honest truth?
Yes.
Yeah, I have. I've been able to speak to him directly. I've been able
Physical
to interact
contact.
I know me and him were about to fight, and when we hit each other, our void ended. But yes, I was able to lay contact on him.
It ended, so the vision came to an end.
Yeah, but that was the very first vision ever. Since then, things have only gotten, I guess you could say, stronger connection. Went from Sprint to Verizon, I don't know.
Aquos, I say this because we must be handling this pragmatically. I understand your loyalty to Haku. But let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
If Haku did in fact do this, if he did betray the king, would you have us release that man to attack the king again? To attack us? To attack you?
Attacking me is different. No. If he, honest to God, is guilty, then yes, he must be tried as guilty. But there's the problem. You're jumping to conclusions.
I'm
You
not
have-
jumping to anything. I'm
You
considering all of the options.
You've put me and him under arrest when he clearly was trying to get something figured out.
When he clearly...
I
What do
guess
you
I
mean
wasn't
by
there when he
clearly?
ran. He ran out of the room. I wasn't there, was I? That's what I was alluding to. Is okay. So I guess I wouldn't have said that because I don't know what happened.
He said, the issue is the clarity of the matter. We do not know the truth. And as a result, he is under arrest until we can determine the truth.
Do you think we would really come this far just to have everything blow up in our faces?
No.
In the nicest way, Boreas, you have absolutely no evidence Haku did that to the king.
No, I do have the evidence. I have all the evidence that would be needed for almost any other person.
Show me.
He was in the room with the king. He ran out of the room with the king, and the king was unconscious in a coma.
Whoa. You mean to tell me in a world with magic and semblances that something could get into a room?
So why would he run out of it? Not at anyone, not at anything, just to get away.
Do you know where he was going?
Away.
Where was he going? Clearly he's
Away.
running away. Where was he going, Boreas?
He was going away from the king, Aquos.
Holy shit, it's almost as if maybe he was trying to go get help.
And yet he ran past the king's guard.
Do you want to know something as well about our visions,
Yes.
Boreas? It gets to a point where our connection will break. Maybe it's potential Davos was able to interact in that room while Haku was meeting with him. Okay? So maybe he was trying to get away to sever the connection to where he is, or at least pull Davos to him. I don't know what was happening, just like you don't know what was happening.
Exactly, Aquos. That is my point. We do not know anything as to what happened, but we have a reasonable doubt for Haku.
Fantastic.
I will not have you question the integrity of my men or my cause here. We have a reasonable doubt, and we will hold him as long as that remains.
So how about this, Boreas? How about you be an ace detective and go ask your perpetrator before coming to me? I have no answers. I wasn't
Is
there.
that how you think detective work goes?
When you have the person that literally is guilty in your mind, why would you not go to them first?
We did talk to him first. Aquos?
What did he tell you?
He
Exact
told
same
us-
thing I'm telling you?
No, he told us everything about Davos. He did not tell us exactly what you told us.
Because I
Your
don't know what was
teammates.
going on in there.
You could be covering for him. The reason we brought you in is because of your deceptive nature involving this whole thing. That is
Okay.
why you are here.
It is clear you're not willing to listen to the evidence in front of you. I have presented the facts regarding our magic that the king bestowed upon us, likewise these visions. Okay? Boreas, I can't tell you what happened. I do not believe Haku attacked the king, nor would he. I don't know what more you want from me. There is nothing more I can give you.
Who said I'm asking for more than that? You are the one who has egged this conversation on. I have asked simple answers, and you have given me anything but simple. I've asked you simple
Well,
questions, you have given me anything but simple answers.
I have explained the answers just fine, Boreas.
No, you have not.
Do what you
But
must.
your
then.
answers have done
Get locked
enough.
up.
He stands up. Blueberry, escort him out of the castle. He is free to go.
You know, Blueberry, I have to say, when you were on the phone, I'm not going to do anything stupid, Flynn. Calm down. This is not a Rusty situation. You sounded more deceptive than anybody I've ever spoken to regarding something with the king.
Sandwich.
Yet I'm the one under attack. And I'm going to leave.
Blueberry's escorting you out.
Okay, well, I'm talking with him then.
So you're saying that, and he's going to say, I was deceptive because you were lying.
Oh, what did I lie about?
Because you said Haku would never express doubts, and it was
And I
clear in
never-
your tone that that was not true. So I said what was necessary, to ensure a peaceful resolution that resulted in 0 death. Perhaps you should take a lesson from my book. Let's go.
Okay.
And he escorts you out of the castle.
If you get made into a pie, it would not be the worst thing in the world. Blueberry.
Are you threatening a Kingsguard, Aquos?
No.
Good.
I'm gonna kill Boreas at the end of this war.
Why?
I'm putting him down.
Genuinely, why? He said there's a reasonable reason to assume why Haku is the killer, and your response is, "Nuh-uh, I have magical visions."
Because he's a man of 30 years.
And that's the answer!
Who the fuck
fucking
else would
true!
believe that? That's like me telling you, no, God told me to do this, Zach. You would call me
And
a
if
fucking
God-
loser. No, shut the fuck up. And if God, shut the fuck up. Aw, look at the puppy.
Put it down like I'll put down Boreas.
Can I be waiting outside the castle?
Yeah.
Because I literally have nothing to do, and my character's not going to go home and sleep another 24 hours.
So you can see that. You see Aquos is escorted out.
Well. If it isn't one of the 2 troublemakers.
I didn't do shit, Flynn.
I gotta tell you, it's usually me in these situations.
Yeah, that's fair. But I'm gonna be honest, and I'll look back at them. You got some dumbasses doing some detective work. You know damn well Haku didn't do this, Flynn.
I know that. You know that. But they don't know
100%.
that.
I think we need to break them out.
I think that would be the wrong thing to do in this situation. I feel like, if this is me giving my opinion, Aquos, I feel like doing that would make them think that we were more guilty than we are.
But we're not guilty.
Uh-huh.
That's the problem.
And if the king never comes out of the coma, I guess they'll never know if we're guilty then, will he?
I mean, if they would just sit down and listen and understand that there's magic in this world.
Let's give it some time. We can make a strategize about this if you want. Come up with a plan. But let's give it some time. Let's not jump straight to let's break them out. There's a lot more of them than there is of us. And you need to save every bit of life force I'm tapping you on the chest for that final battle.
If we even get there at this point.
So, clearly, Haku had some sort of vision. Did you have one?
Yeah, absolutely. And I guarantee it's what happened with Haku. What's causing all this.
So what happened? You can just say you told me.
Yeah, essentially the Emperor's on his way, escorted by Emil.
Emil's coming back with the Emperor. Okay.
Yeah, and what do you think they're going to arrive to?
Chaos is what it sounds like.
They're going to arrive to our king, the person who clearly could stop them. The reason that, well, frankly, that they surrendered is now unconscious.
But they don't.
And they're literally coming to the city of Vale.
They don't need to know that, though.
How do we lie about that? The Emperor's not going to just speak to us.
Well,
I can guarantee Emil hates me.
let me tell you, Noctis is the acting king at this moment. I don't know if you were aware or not.
No, but
He is the acting king. They could say the king is on a mission or doing something else that makes it to where active King Noctis will be talking negotiations at this time. Hopefully they're smart enough to do that and not going to say the king is in a coma.
then we need to prep Noctis.
I think Noctis is smart enough to figure it out. We'll see.
Okay.
Until then, what do you want to do? I think we've been put on
Uh,
city arrest, sounds like.
If we really wanted to get out, we could.
I mean,
But I'm not leaving Haku locked up.
there's no doubt that I could get out quickly and they probably wouldn't even notice.
I mean,
But
Worst case, I'm a nuke. So they'll
That's-
go bye-bye.
Let's
I'm
not.
not going to make that happen.
Wow, that I hope there's no one listening. I'm not with him. Let's go get a drink.
Okay.
We'll go to the nearby.
Are you just
Okay.
trying to stall till Mike shows up, Connor?
Well, I've got some stuff I can do, but the more time we buy, the better.
Okay.
So that's where we're going. If you want to add stuff to this while we're going there, Connor, feel free.
I might have it be once you start drinking.
Gonna sit down, and I'm gonna order a couple things, and I'm gonna go talk to the. I'm gonna sit down at a table. The Shadow Clone's gonna sit, or Shadow Clone. Wow, Shadow's gonna sit down next to Aquos, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna get some drinks, and I'm gonna go up to the bartender and order a couple of drinks, and then bring one back for Aquos and one back for me.
Nancy, couple of drinks. You grab the drinks, you bring them back to you and Aquos,
I do.
and you two are now just chatting a little bit, drinking as time goes on. Anything specific you're trying to chat about?
I don't know how to spell that. There
Are
it
you
is.
trying to... Are you making me gonna have to roll something? You
No.
trying to knock my ass out with some
N-
roofies?
I am definitely not. It's definitely not that.
You can jerk yourself off all you want. Don't be jerking me off.
Weird ass. All right. Now, I give you a drink and we're drinking, and so I know that tensions are a little high right now. I could tell when you walked out that you weren't feeling the situation at all.
I'm just done with the bullshit. We have been working with the king, and we have proved our loyalty. Yet all of a sudden, these fucking teachers who think they're all high and mighty are trying to say that Haku's against everything, and that I'm lying, and that these visions, they're probably not that. We're hiding something. They can, in my opinion, just go fuck themselves. Who the fuck do they think they are?
Well,
I don't care who's around us. They can hear. What you rolling? What you GM rolling, huh?
well, there are situations like this that take some finesse. Aquos, what if this was some sort of subconscious trigger?
Then we'll have to deal with that. But here's the problem. No one's talking to Haku. No one's actually trying to get the answers. And if he is, and he does provide them, I see no reason Haku would just lie. They're not listening. They're not believing his story, and there's nothing we can do about that unless the king wakes up and validates it. I mean...
And even if the king does wake up, we don't know if he'll be able to validate anything.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong.
During one of these last visions, I can't remember which one it was, if it was the last one or the one before that, at one point, sorry if y'all can hear that in the background. At one point, Flowers, when everyone left the room, reached out towards me to try to grab me, but I like he didn't know it was me. It was like he saw something, like a shade of me or something, but he didn't know it was me, and he reached out to try to grab it. And he went right through me, but still scared the shit out of me. I thought I was about to get yanked into his world, and I was not ready for that.
Who knows? The king did give Haku more power, so it is potential that made him stronger.
No one knows that.
Yeah, no one knows that.
I thought it was out in public.
Because I was literally about to say, he did. I wonder if that's why it was able to
Hey,
do that
Haku!
since you.
Boreas is a cunt. Kill him.
doing his
Nope.
job.
Get out. Oh, Chusta. No, fuck Boreas. He's a slut.
Bartender, can we get another one?
Comes back, places the drinks in front of you both.
What is this?
Uh,
Are you asking the bartender or Flynn?
The bartender, if he's right there.
it's a top shelf Long Island.
It's a Grim and Cola.
Give me a. I'll drink this, but give me a double order of just straight whiskey on the rocks. Your
Can do.
finest one.
Comes back with it, hands in front of you.
And until I pass out, you can keep them coming.
All right. So you two both keep talking and drinking. Do you want to keep talking about this subject, or?
It's gonna get to the point that I'm too drunk. So
When you start getting too drunk, let me know because I want to punch you in the face and knock you out. So you think you just fell, you just knocked. That way you'll stop.
no, not gonna just tell you that. No.
All right, I'll just say he keeps drinking. You can see a point eventually where Aquas is just kind of like going like,
I'm gonna roll fortitude to stop this though.
Okay. I mean, you said you're gonna keep drinking until you pass out, so
Yeah, and I'm talking about him punching me to stay awake.
okay. So the bright side is it actually won't matter. Because Flynn, you go to punch him, and Aquas, you see the fist coming in at you, and suddenly, Aquas, you are in another plane, as are you, Flynn.
Oh shit! Damn it!
Aquas, in this new plane, you have perfect clarity. It's as though you are not drunk at all.
Oh, free whiskey.
And you see, in front of you, is Emil and the prince. The new emperor, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And they are on a jet coming towards Vale. And it's just nothing but that, just silence as they're waiting. And then your vision ends.
That's it?
That's it. Yours is very simple.
Can I try and say Emil to see if he can hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Emil, and I'm gonna reach for him.
All right. Roll 1d20.
Oof.
Nope. You do that, you gotta reach through him, and or reach at him, you just reach through him, and he's completely unresponsive to you.
He misses. Hey.
And then very shortly after, your vision ends, and you are back to where you were, but you are completely drunk again.
Keep him coming.
Well,
you're in a vision, bitch.
So you've appeared right where you were. We'll go through Flynn's stuff. Flynn, yours is a little bit more complicated, but about as interactive as his was. So I apologize for that. So you see that same void as last time, but you are now on a desert battlefield with flowers ahead of you and a group of 8 Vacuo and Vale soldiers ahead of him. You recognize the 4 Vale soldiers. They were 4 of the ones who were sent to Vacuo when the rest of you were sent to help fight Mistral's forces. You only know their names as Bronzo, Argento, Rame, and Oro. Metagame, you've met these people as your previous characters, just in case anyone's not remembering them. You see Rame steps forward and smiles and yells to Flowers, "You're outnumbered. Surrender. We'll take you as a prisoner." Flowers laughs back. I was just about to offer you that same kindness. Trust me, you don't want to fight this battle. We know who you are, Flowers. You're strong, but you're not strong enough to take all of us. You're the elite of the elite. Flowers just looks around to them all. Unfortunately, that's not true. You are not strong enough to handle me, but I will offer you another chance to surrender after I kill 1 or 2 of you.
Flowers, don't kill him.
Are you actually yelling that out?
Yes. Oh.
All right, nothing happens. You see you see all 8 of them enter a combat stance, at which point Bronzo yells out, "Oro!" Oro glows green, and you see a thick gust of visible wind forms a funnel from behind Flowers and rapidly shaped forward around his body and towards Bronzo and Argento. Even though even though you're just a hollow image, you can still feel the intensity of the wind. But Flowers just stands there, completely unshaken and unmoved. There's a look of audible shock on everyone else's faces. Flowers speaks again. I told you, I am strong enough for this, and much, much more. I'm sorry. And then he leans forward, and then you see the funnel finally grips him and pulls him towards the other two rapidly. You see the two ready their weapons, a warhammer and a spear, and they attack as he approaches, both colliding with his armor as the funnel brings him right into their range, stopping him there and ending the funnel. But you can clearly tell no damage has been done to him. The two's faces turn to shock again. My turn. He immediately grabs Argento's head and throws him into the air about 10 feet high. As Argento falls back to the ground in front of Flowers, you see Flowers goes to slam his fist together on Argento's falling body. Roll perception check. Okay, you do see this. You see Flowers' gauntlets glow purple for an instant as they slam into the body, and a shockwave erupts from the hits, causing Argento's aura to immediately break, and then Flowers, with one swift punch, runs it through his head on the ground. The rest of them all jump backwards, in shock yet again, and staring at the corpse. Flowers wipes the blood from his hand. 1. I think that'll suffice as my warning. Now, are you all going to surrender? There's a silence before Bronzo speaks again. I'm guessing that was for a private message. So there's a silence until Bronzo speaks again. You killed my teammate. There's no way in hell I'm not going to make you pay for that. And he dashes at Flowers, his hammer glowing a bronze color. I'm going to kill you for that. And then with a swift, massive attack, it slams into Flowers' chest, causing a shockwave, making the sand around whip into a frenzy. But again, Flowers is unmoved. Flowers grabs the hammer. I'm sorry. I tried to show you all how useless this was. He readies his fist, and you see a funnel emerge again, trying to wrap around his arm to pull it back. But Flowers, completely ignoring the semblance, slams his fist into Bronzo, and you see that same purple glow as before, launching him backwards, separating him from his weapon and causing his aura to flicker. Rame then dashes at Flowers with his large mace and proceeds to make a series of rapid attacks against him. You can see 16 of them happen in only a few seconds, and leaving Rame panting afterwards. Flowers again, unmoved. Rame looks directly into his eyes through his mask. What are you? Flowers calmly responds, I'm just a father who was sinned. He then grabs Rame's head suddenly between both of his hands and just keeps applying pressure until you see his aura flicker, breaks, and then his skull gets crushed. 2. Flowers turns to the others, who are now clearly afraid of the man in front of them. I'm sorry. Flowers aims his hand backwards, clenches his fist, emits a purple glow, and launches himself at Bronzo, beating him quickly to death. And then 3. And then he does it again quickly to Oro. 4. And then he does the exact same to the Vacuo soldiers. One quick death after the other. 5. 6. 7. 8. As the battle ends, you see Flowers standing over a bloody battlefield. I'm sorry, all of you. And then he starts to walk away as the vision ends. You reappear right where you were. You see Akos is still there, and your punch did not connect. What?
But I didn't punch him. I didn't roll a hit check.
It was presumed that you did, and that was what happened when you caused the vision. But now you're back in front of him, and he's still drunk. Okay. Now you go and you punch your fist into him, and you knock him out.
What?
What?
I'm rolling a fortitude then.
Oh my god. Alright,
I'm being
fine.
knocked out like a bitch.
Fine. Flynn, roll for damage.
Oh, fuck, I'm knocked out.
I'm not even going to roll damage. Just going to knock him out.
GG.
And you slam it into him, knocking him
fate.
out.
It was fate. Just poof. I'm gonna look around. Yeah, I can't pick him up. Can anyone want to give me a hand? I'll give you some money.
Yeah, there's a random passerby that says, "Yeah, sure, I can help you out with that."
Appreciate it.
Picks him up.
Like even me and my clone, I don't think, with all the shit he's got on him.
Be right back.
Where are you bringing him?
I was just gonna take him to his mom and dad's house.
Okay. You bring him in, you place him in his bed. There's that. Anything else you're doing for the night?
Dumbass. And then we're gonna walk home.
Haku. You're in a prison cell.
Oh, I guess I am in jail. Alright, never mind.
There's no one else in any of the cells around you. You were the only one who was there. Until, suddenly, you've got company.
Oh, nice.
Directly across you, in the opposite jail cell, has appeared Davos.
I don't know why you
Hello,
peed in the
Haku.
cell. What brings you here?
I wanted to explain my brazenness yesterday. Or I suppose earlier today.
Oh, do tell.
He was, well, he's a liar, Haku.
And that justifies killing him? That justifies death?
His lies will lead to countless deaths if it is allowed to persist.
Listen, you and I, we both know. Yes, he lied. Does that make him a bad leader? Maybe. But, up to this point, things have turned out okay.
Turned out okay. You know, one large bit of criticism I've gotten, perhaps the only criticism of my leadership ability, is my handling of the Faunus situation. Yet the king, he did not offer any safe harbor. The slums were still a thing. It took the actions of Fang to drive his change. Do you think that they would share your sentimentality?
Perhaps not. In all likelihood, probably not.
He's not a good king, Haku. His decisions have led countless to ruin, and they will lead countless more if he continues to get his way. You asked him very simple questions, but he refused to answer. You said he wasn't afraid, but I sensed fear. So tell me, what did you take away from his lies?
Clearly afraid of something. I don't know if that verifies your story as far as the she, but I guess now that we're on the subject, why don't you enlighten me? Who is she? Who is this woman? Monster? I'm not sure.
I don't know her name. She visited me one day. Pale. Pale doesn't do it justice. Pure white skin with black cracks across it. She looks almost grim herself. And the presence surrounding her is terrifying. She came to me and threatened me and my entire kingdom. She threatened the destruction of all of us. And when I asked how she managed to do this, she said the single line, "The hearts of men are easily swayed."
It's not a false statement.
Those words have haunted me since that encounter, Haku. So I went to the one man who I thought might be able to help me handle this situation. The one man who might have knowledge on this woman. I visited the king long over a decade ago to ask him for any information he held. And just like today, he lied through his teeth at me. I pride myself on my ability to read people, Haku. And despite his experience and knowledge, he still has as many tells as you do. He knows who she is. He knows whatever she is and what she has done. I had a group track her to where she came from. It's the northern continent. The opposite side of the world. Of the northern hemisphere. Of Mistral.
So you think she is who he's afraid of, yes?
Yes.
And that's why
Or if she has a leader there, that is who she'd be afraid of, who he'd be afraid of.
is that why he's been gathering the relics?
No, he has been gathering the relics to fight me, because that is the threat that I issue.
So what is it you want from me?
I already told you. I want you to assassinate the king.
While I may disagree with the king's tactics thus far, especially with his not being as straightforward as I'd like, in lying to me, killing him is not. It's not going to solve much. That's actually going to create more problems for me, less for you, but more for me.
And what problems would it create?
Well,
As the bringer of peace, I would ensure a remedy to your situations.
I'm sure you could save me from a swift death right here,
Yes,
long before you could get here.
yes.
But
I can save you from that.
even if you could save me,
I
won't.
can.
Ironically, I've actually assassinated political leaders once before, and I was against the idea, but it wasn't the right thing to do, and I won't do it here either. I've made the mistake in the past, but I will not make the same mistake again.
Is this your final answer, Haku?
I will attempt to parlay with the king.
There
He's
will be
wrong.
no parlay, Haku. I cannot risk this information getting back to him or your team. So here's the change of situation that you forced my hand. If you come near any of the king or your allies, I'm going to kill them, and they can't stop me. Which means you'll have to come at me on your own. At which point I will use the girl you care for as a hostage. There's no choice for you but to take this path, unless you wish to have others die.
See.
I have a question, Connor.
No questions. Let's play.
If Haku, like, let's say someone comes in the room and someone attacks them because Haku got close to them, would I have a sense that potentially Haku's about to be hit and I could use my system, or do I have to physically see them being hit? I don't remember.
To an extent, you can sense it. As to whether or not it would trigger your ability, maybe.
Okay.
I just want to, if you don't remember, he was incorporeal. I just want to throw that out there.
I can still stop you from dying
I
Maybe.
mean, I can stop him from strangling
for
the
one
king.
turn.
Maybe.
I see. That's the game, is it? Can't have your way, so you'll pull out all the stops, huh?
Everything I do for peace, Haku.
Well, then I guess I'll have to act in kind. I'll do what I have to in the name of peace. Even if that
I
means
would
I have to
expect
come
nothing
kill
less.
you.
I wish you luck, Haku.
Likewise.
Just remember, the next time you see Flynn or Aquos, and you see them gasping for breath, know that you could have avoided it. You could have saved them. And he disappears.
Righty. I mean, I half thought it was coming, but gosh dang. Well, good luck, guys.
So-
That's why.
Everyone goes to bed for the night. Aquos, you were tucked in bed.
I who?
Technically by a strange random passerby who Flynn paid to carry you
Where was I taken?
to your home.
Why wouldn't my mom or dad tuck me in?
I don't know. You're already being carried by the other guy,
were-
so they just let
They
him do
were
it.
disgusted.
Can it be like one of those anime moments? I'm sleeping so hard, a bubble's coming out of my nose while
Yeah.
I. Cool.
So, you wake up. Haku. Someone else you hear starts walking down the hallway. You see Boreas. Hello, Haku.
Or yes, I warned you.
You warned me.
You best leave. It's not safe.
Perhaps you're right. But if I'm killed here and you are still inside your cell, well, I suppose that would prove your story straight, wouldn't it?
Or it could make it worse.
I'm willing to roll those dice.
Your choice. What are you doing here?
Haku, I just need to ask you a couple of questions.
No, shoot. We got
Have
nothing
you
but time.
expressed doubts of the king?
Well, I guess you could say more of blossoming doubts.
I will take that as a yes. Please explain.
I hadn't doubted the king before. But there's something that's been off about this whole thing. This whole war. There's something that looms beyond it. There's a reason behind it. And I think
Behind Boreas, you suddenly see Davos is just standing there with hands just on his shoulders.
But choke him out. Choke him out.
And you know what? It's nothing.
You see Davos smiles a little bit. I just love the looks on everyone else's face. Boris continues, please, Haku. I need to understand the full story.
You wouldn't understand.
Try me.
No. It's better that you don't know.
Haku, I cannot prove your honesty, I cannot prove that you did not commit this crime if you are not honest with me.
Love God is my word. If you can't trust that, then I'm sorry.
And that's everything?
That's all I can tell you.
I'm sorry, Haku. I'm sorry that it has to come to this. He stands up and he walks away. And Davos just kind of smiles at you. Good. He disappears.
I'll be coming for you soon enough.
Then he disappears. So, Aquos, Flynn, you've woken up and you see a jet is flying towards the academy, landing.
I'm heading straight there.
You go to arrive at the ferry. You see that that the only boat has already headed out.
I'm not heading there because he got knocked out before he told me that part of the story. So I'm just gonna be like,
Yeah, I never told him.
Oh yeah.
Let's see, how much ice dust do I have? Do I have enough to make it all the way across the lake?
So what are you doing, Flynn?
I'll call Noctis.
He answers, please make this quick, Flynn. I'm about to be quite busy.
Does that have to do with the jet?
Yes.
Do you need backup?
No. But thank you.
Anything that I need to know about Haku
That is
at
the
this
Emperor. Oh, about Haku. I am still waiting on Boris's report. He should have been questioning him as we speak.
Okay. Sorry to bother you. I just wanted to know what was going on with my teammate.
Of course. Goodbye, Flynn.
Bye. So I'm gonna make my way over to where the ferry is, because I'm going to assume that Aquos was heading that way. Do I see him there?
Yeah, you arrive, you see Aquos is there. And you both see from across the I don't even know what you call that because it is an ocean, but is there a special name for that?
The bay.
As they make their way across the water, you see that there is another boat that is now making its way towards you.
I'm gonna look over. I'm not even gonna look at Aquos. I'm gonna walk up next to him while we're looking out of the boat. You know, if the meeting's happening over there, that means that Haku is sitting in that castle with less people around him.
Are you saying we break him out?
I'm saying if there was ever an opportune time to do it, it would be right now.
You're not wrong. Let's at least go look at the castle and see what's going on. See if we can at least talk to him.
Right,
Yep.
so you're making your way to the castle? You're not waiting for the ferry?
I called Noctis, and he said that he doesn't need us at the. He doesn't need us for backup or anything, so I'll leave it up to you.
Let's head to the castle then.
You both make your way over to the castle.
Can at least see how Haku's doing.
You arrive at the gates to see a number of guards posted out in front, and Noctis standing next to them. He sees
Noctis.
you approaching. Yes?
We need to talk to Haku. You can have as many guards as you want with us.
Unfortunately, I need my guards here right now. I'm about to have a meeting. If you want to discuss this after that, I'd be more than happy to.
Noctis, I know the meeting is with Emil and the new Emperor.
Yes, so you understand its importance.
I do.
Are
And
you
I'm
gonna
not going to
bring up?
interfere with that. Oh, go ahead.
Are you going to bring up the fact that the king? What's going on with the king?
I don't know what you're talking about. The king is currently on his way to Vacuo to help fight off the Mantle forces.
Noctis, you know that Flynn and I have worked with the Emperor before.
Yes.
Right? Oh, it wasn't Flynn?
It was Dune.
I thought it was.
It was.
Oh,
It was Razor, actually.
Oh
Was
snap!
It was Razor because he
oh,
got
it was
because
Razor.
he went in there and
Opposite,
was like,
yeah.
"I'm gonna kick this guy's ass," and it was like, "Ow! Never mind. Never
I
mind."
was going to say, I am aware that you have had some familiarity with him.
We saved his life along with his team.
Might not be a bad time.
If we're looking to truly, yeah,
it might
go
not
ahead.
be bad to include a familiar face in this conversation.
That's fine, you're welcome to be here, but you are not to speak to Haku yet.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Promise me after this meeting, we will discuss it.
We will discuss it after this meeting. So, some time passes, and then you see the Emperor, the new Emperor, and Emil are walking, being escorted by Ereka and by Crom.
Oh, thank God.
See Emil approaches.
Real
And then
quick,
steps-
what was the Emperor's name again?
I don't think I ever said his name.
It's like a mini rat king.
Maybe you didn't. I don't remember.
I tried to look back at it, so if anyone pointed me out, I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I never said his name.
Find out.
I mean, that makes sense. Yeah.
So if the name I'm about to give is not the name I initially gave, that's on me. But it's what his new name's going to be, if that's the case.
It's about time you shut up, Zach. We've been waiting on you.
Shut the fuck up, Flynn.
Dang.
All right.
We've been waiting since last week for you.
GG. This man pull out.
You almost had to wait. You almost had to wait another week.
GG.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go to. Well, we waited all of Naruto for you.
Nah, I wouldn't bring that up. I mean, you weren't even really there, were you?
Rip.
Hey, you're part of like what, 5 episodes?
More than that,
Oh my goodness.
maybe 10.
The behind-the-scenes footage.
So you see Emil and the Emperor approach. You see Emil looks around, recognizes you two. You can kind of just see like an audible droop, or like a visual droop in him, just like a sigh from his body.
I'm gonna nod to him.
He just nods back. Then the Emperor speaks. Hello, Noctis, was it? Nods back. Yes. I hope you'll forgive the king not being here. He's been dispatched to down to Vacuo to help combat the Mantle forces. I understand. I understand the nature of this visit, and we will not cause you trouble. The vast majority of our forces have been decimated. So, what would you like us to do? I will show you to where you'll be staying while you're here. But first, I'd like to have a discussion with you in the king's quarters. Says, of course. And he starts leading them through. He's going to turn around. Aquos, Flynn, you are welcome to join us for this.
Yes!
I will join.
You're not changing his fucking token?
No.
Gee.
Where the fuck do I have?
So how's the new
Emil's-
puppy?
Did I never update Emil's token?
Little asshole.
No.
That's why it's not there. I imagine it's still in training, but I imagine the kids love it.
Does it piss and shit everywhere?
I mean, a little bit. But it doesn't pee a whole lot. When it pees, it's just like a little dab.
Blake, I showed her the video of like it chasing the kids around your living room or wherever it was. She was so jealous.
Yeah, she wanted to chase the kids around.
Soon enough.
No, that's
Soon
Mike.
enough.
Wanted to give him a popsicle.
Gee.
Damn. Just can't let him live that down.
So you all enter the room. Y'all take your seats. He sits at the head of the table. Aquos, Flynn, I request you do not give any answers or responses in what I'm about to do.
I'm just gonna mute myself.
Pythias. As he looks to the Emperor. Despite the context of the situation, my questions are not for you either. He turns to Emil. Emil, I need you to answer some questions for me. We've had a bit of an incident recently, and I think you might be able to give me some clarity on the matter. Aquos has said in the past that you and he have shared visions of each other. Is this accurate? Emil looks to you, and looks back to Noctis. Yes. Says, okay. Are you able to physically interact with each other in these? He again looks to Aquos and then back to him. In a manner of speaking. Verbally, yes. Physically, there are contexts where physical contact has been made. But things end pretty abruptly with direct contact. Is that vision, is that bridge still there? Yes. Then let me ask you one more question, Emil. If I asked you to try and enter that world right now, would you be willing to do so? He returns to him. I could try. I wish for you to do so. And I wish for you to attack Aquos.
My pleasure.
With pleasure, yeah.
You see Emil just kind of looks at him. I'll try. See, through his mask, he closes his eyes and there's just calmness.
Do my eyes go glossy too?
Nope. A moment later, he opens his eyes. I'm sorry, I'm not able to spontaneously do it. Noctis sighs. Very well. That is everything I need from you, Emil. Now, Pythias.
Is that his name? Is that what you're naming that?
Yeah, he's referencing
Or-
the Emperor with that.
Okay, I didn't know if that was like some king code that like we don't know what that's supposed to mean. Okay.
The Emperor turns to him. You will be
Are
staying
they-
in one of our rooms. You will be guarded 24/7. You will not be allowed to leave it without requesting permission and being escorted everywhere. Emil will be allowed to stay with you. But if the King's Guard tells you to separate, you will do so. You see, he turns to him with his rat-like face and nods his head. All right. That is everything I need from you two. He calls in the King's Guard, so escort them to their rooms. And the two are escorted out. You can.
I must say, Flynn doesn't really have a room, does he?
We're out in
There's
the
That's where you
open.
stayed last time, so that's where I guess
Yeah.
I've assumed you've been.
Not even a barn to sleep in.
I need to pull up one more
Okay.
token here.
I need to think about that.
I have Noctis's, so it should be in the same place. There it is. Aquas's favorite boy. You see Boreas enters. Boreas takes a seat and looks to you, Aquos, with just a very apathetic stare. He turns to Noctis.
Likewise.
Well, he doesn't even see the wave, Flynn. And he turns to Noctis. I have questioned Haku. And I am very dissatisfied with his answers. He was about to reveal the big picture to me, but then he stopped. When I insisted, he refused. No bluff, a blatant refusal. Unfortunately, I do not know whether or not this speaks more or less to his guilt or innocence. Noctis explains the questions that just happened in the room. He says, we are going to make a decision tonight on how to handle this, as he turns to Aquos and Flynn. I hope that you two will respect whatever decision we come to.
Do we have a choice, Noctis?
These are orders.
So would I know that he is legit in charge, like, or is he just happen to fill the spot?
It has never been made clear to you, so no.
Except for by me.
Did you explain
Well-
it to him?
I did tell him that Noctis is the king at this point.
Oh,
He's
yeah, you
the
did say
stand.
that.
The standing
Yeah,
king.
but
So you know that.
Acting king is what I said, I believe.
I'm just not going to say anything.
Haku, the rest of your day is very boring. You are just inside this cell. Unless you're trying anything.
You got a mug.
Yeah.
Harmonica.
So,
Porn.
Aquos, Flynn, what are you
Stop
two doing?
I was gonna go back to my room and try to remember from my room where the cells were.
You know the dungeons are towards the front and then down to the basement.
And then with my intellectual mind, try to think of a path that I could use to try to get there, and think, man, this place is kind of heavily guarded. It'd be really hard to get there without being seen. I want to talk to Haku so badly.
I want to. So if Flynn leaves, I want to I want to talk to Noctis. Boreas can be there. I don't care. I'm not even going to acknowledge him.
Okay, so do you leave, Flynn?
I'll wait for a minute.
You see Boreas stands up, and he goes to make his way out.
Attack of opportunity. No.
Noctis stands up. If there's any final business.
I have two things I would like to request permission, Your Highness. One, will you allow Flynn and I to speak to Haku? He can still be locked up. We don't even have to be in the same room.
After we have made our decision, you will be able to speak to him, whatever that decision may be.
Two, am I free to visit Emil and the Emperor?
He thinks about this. Roll persuasion check. Yes, I'll permit this.
That is all. And I'm gonna head to Emil's room. Where is he staying?
You ask a Kingsguard, they show you.
Okay.
Aquos, I don't want you to go alone.
You can come. I'm not gonna do anything stupid.
Yeah, but
I don't think they're stupid enough to do it either, though.
people do things out of rage.
Like I said, you can come if you want.
Yeah, I think I will.
You both go to Emil's room.
Emil,
Yeah.
I know you have no want in the world to ever speak to me or even be around me, I assume.
Correct.
I am sorry for what I have done to your team. I was acting upon orders from those above me. To be very honest with you, I do regret killing your teammates. I just thought I was doing my job. I want you to know I'm not your enemy. And I really hope our nations truly can work together. I'm not asking you to forgive me. I'm not asking you to partner with me, whatever it may be. But just know, if things with my nation and your nation work out, I am truly sorry. Yes, he does. I forgot that was not in public. Sorry, Flynn. I hope you enjoy your stay. And I'm going to give him Ryuji's hammer. I shouldn't have this.
Aquos, the only thing I will say to you is to remember that you are a soldier in this war. And soldiers are meant to follow orders. But you have the final say every time that happens. Whatever you choose, be aware that you will live the rest of your life with that decision. So choose the path of least regrets.
Will do. And I'm going to walk off.
I'm gonna turn around to follow. I'm gonna look over, just look over my shoulder like this. Sorry about your horse. And then I'm gonna walk out.
Didn't say anything to that.
It wasn't smug. It was literally genuine.
Yeah, I get that.
So Flynn typed to me, he knows where your parents live.
Anything else you two are doing?
Now I'm going back to the bar, dude. Get some of that whiskey.
I'm gonna tell you peace, and I'm gonna walk around the castle for a minute, checking out the guard, and then head up to my room.
All right.
Do I need to roll anything?
Sure, roll perception. You see there's definitely a much stronger presence of the guards.
Living here for at least a few nights, do I kind of have an idea of the change of guard time?
Sure. 8 p.m.
All right. Unless you have something to happen around that time, I'm probably gonna try to go see Haku.
Yeah, okay. Aquos, you arrive at the bar. It says, there he is. You need to pay off your tab.
The guy who was with me and took me home didn't pay it?
No,
I am so sorry. How much do I owe you?
300 lien.
All right. Well, for your trouble, here's 400.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, and I'm gonna give you another 400, just in case I pass out tonight.
I appreciate
Keep that
that.
shit. Let's keep that shit going.
First one's on the house.
Perfect. So that was I'll give him 800.
And here's a water for your friend, just like last night. Is he coming?
GG.
You ordered a water? You
So
fucking slut.
he PM'd me that he wanted his non-alcoholic.
Rip.
That-
Easy.
Bitch. Yeah, whatever.
And then in the end, you opted to get super drunk anyway. So
Sad.
So anyway, I'm gonna look for some people playing cards or something.
okay, yeah, you go and you do that.
All right, that's all I'm doing. Drinking and playing cards.
All right,
There's the money.
Flynn. Time passes. It's
Yeah.
eventually about 8 p.m.
I'm going to roll a stealth check. Oh, that's not right.
Did you whisper that?
No, I did it. It's I hit T instead of R.
GG.
There it is.
All right.
Could be better, but it could be worse too. So
Here's that. And then I have one more to roll. Okay.
and I'm going to crack the door open to my room and kind of look out.
You see, there are a couple of Kingsguard that are stationed like at the opposite corners, but that's it.
So it's a hallway, and they're at the corners of the hallway.
Yeah.
What you're saying. So that's the way out.
Yes. No matter what, you cannot leave your room without going by them. I mean, I guess you could jump out through the window, but you'd have to break out.
So I will walk back. I will walk by them.
Okay. Nothing happens as you walk by. They just let you pass.
And just walk down the. I guess. Walk in the direction of. What's also in that direction? Like, is there like a place to eat or anything like that?
I mean, in that direction is the entrance.
Okay. And it's 8 o'clock, so it is getting dark.
Mhm.
The shadow's with me, by the way.
Okay.
Just clarifying that.
Okay.
So, do I know if there's a way to get to the cells from the outside, the prison from the outside? Or is it just inside the castle?
It is purely inside the castle, and you would know that. There are no windows. There is no fresh air. There is only one entrance in and out. As you approach the entrance, you see that there are 2 guards stationed right out there, right in front of the stairs leading down.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a way to do this. I was literally gonna try to walk out and then have it look like my shadow keeps walking, and I was gonna try to semblance behind one of the guards and then sneak to the prison.
Okay.
Because if my shadow's out there walking away, it looks like someone's still walking, and it is dark out, kind of dark outside, so it would still look like I was still walking away.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have me roll like a deceive check or something with that, or would
No,
it
it's still
be
just
like,
going off your previous stealth check.
I'm gonna do that then.
Okay. You do that. Your shadow's still walking forward. You dive into your shadow. You appear right behind one of their shadows.
I'm going to be crouched, and then I'm going to do whatever it takes. How many times I have to use my semblance, I don't care, to get to the prison.
Oh, there's just a stairway leading straight down into the entrance.
All right, so I guess I'll start making my way down.
All right. As this is happening, you start to hear a commotion from back the way you came. You just hear a number of the Kingsguard, or just you hear their armor just starting to rattle around, and you hear some of it's getting closer to you as well. And you see it stops once it arrives at the top of the stairs, and you hear a conversation. It's like, we've got a situation on our hands. The king, he's gone. And he hears, wait, what? What the hell's happening? How? I don't know. It might be the people who we had come in, the visitors from Mistral. For all I know, it's Haku again, Flynn, Aquos. We don't know. So, okay. Do we have any orders? Yeah.
Haku again.
We're gonna have a changing of the guard. We're taking over your position. You two, before you get off, search everywhere you can. It's okay.
I'm gonna watch those two that take the position.
Okay.
Just for a little bit, see if anything happens. I don't think I trust that.
They take the position. You watch for about 5 minutes. Nothing happens. You also hear a lot more clamoring of armor in the background as well. So you can tell there are more than just those two guards running around.
Okay. It's not good. I'm gonna text Aquos.
Okay. Aquos, you're playing your card games, singing like sea shanties or something.
Yo ho, yo ho.
And then you see the text on your scroll, or the call on your scroll.
Anybody read this?
Yeah, here I got you. It says win. You won. Congratulations.
Woo!
Are you gonna answer it?
Is it a call or is it a text?
It's a call.
You said text though.
I said text or call. I corrected myself after.
Okay.
I'm sorry if it didn't come through.
What I win?
You hear something from down the stairs? Yeah, it's nothing.
Hello? Are you sure I won something?
Are you
All right.
fucking stupid or retarded?
Well,
It's me.
how do I win that? Oh. Hey guys, it's my buddy Flynn, not Win!
Oh!
Get your ass out of there. We got trouble. The king's been taken.
Flynn, I'm not sober.
Well, you need to sober up quick. I need you on this. I'm going to see Haku.
Wench! I need a sober pill!
He says, I'm the bartender and the only one here.
This is why I pay you in advance.
Yeah. Alright, let me see what I can concoct up for you.
Could it be the wake up juice from Back to the Future?
That's definitely going to have its own special little kick to it.
Causes 100 damage to your aura.
Yeah, I was going to have Aquos roll perception, but there's no way in fuck he'd see this anyway.
GG.
The bartender grinds something up into the drink, and then he comes over and hands it to you.
What's this?
It's a crystal.
This is your wake-up juice. You asked for it,
Oh, I'm gonna be shocked, aren't I?
baby.
Okay, I'm gonna drink it.
And you can tell, as you're pretty quickly sobered by the incredibly powerful taste and the fact that there is now dust coursing through your veins, that he has
What
grabbed
dust
up
is it?
a lightning crystal.
Oh! I do lightning on my ranged attacks now.
So
Okay.
stupid.
Wow. That's nice. Shit. Where am I supposed to go? I'm gonna call Flynn back.
It's
Ring,
muted.
ring, 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 ring.
It's muted.
Okay, I figured.
He's not answering. Well, I guess I'll check his house, as I think to myself. Where is his house?
He said something about a coup going on.
GG.
Ooh, like a chicken coop. Okay. I'm gonna head to the castle.
I was thinking of a coup d'etat, but okay, yeah, a coup. All right, are you waiting for him, Flynn, or are you gonna enter?
Was it
Nah.
powder or was it a crystal, Connor?
Oh, it was crystal.
I wasn't
All right.
waiting for him to go see Haku. I was letting him know to go check out the king situation while I go check out Haku.
Okay. So you're gonna go open that door that's at the bottom of the stairs?
Try to open it slowly, yes.
Open it. Opens. Back up without a creak.
I'm just gonna try to slip in and try to get to around where Haku's cell is.
You know, there's one little S-shaped turn right before you enter the prison cells. So as you step forward to turn into the S-shape, you see that there's someone else there. But you don't know who. It's not a Kingsguard. There's a figure in an all-black cloak standing there.
I'm gonna listen in because it's the king.
And as you step forward, you see it turns to you. It just
Stares into my soul.
Hello, my dear.
All that.
My name's Salem.
you see
Haku,
some.
I've been
You see
looking
the
for you.
you see the figure starts to walk forward, and Haku, you hear footsteps approaching you.
B.
Act drunk too.
Act drunk. GG.
You see a fully cloaked figure in black approach your cell. It's
Told
just
you
looking
folks.
at you.
Thought I told you folks it's not safe here. I guess nobody cares, huh?
And the creature reaches in its hand through the cells with an open palm.
Well, let's see what you got here. Look into his hand.
It's empty.
Something. You want a handshake?
Take my
Yeah,
hand.
I'll give you a handshake.
You reach into his hand, and as that happens, you see Davos appears behind him. And you just hear Davos say, "Remember, Haku. Be careful with what you're doing."
Bye.
But then suddenly, you feel an intense force in your hand.
He's like,
You feel something leaving you.
I like rip my hand away.
Oh, it's your
It
magic.
goes to hold on to your hand.
So I can't rip away.
You can try. If you're still going to try after it tries to hold your hand longer, you're going to have to roll a strength check. Roll a strength check.
Strength check. I'm getting the life force sucked out of me. Not today.
Pretty sure it's the king taking the power away.
You know what I kind of want to happen? The king to come back and like tell Noctis and Boreas, "Don't you ever question my men again. If they tell you something,
GG.
be gone." It won't happen,
That's not
I
happening.
was gonna say, yeah.
but I want it to.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just look
You
at
rip
Boreas
your
and be
hand
like,
out of its grip, and it just keeps the hand extended forward. Silence. Silence.
You think you doing? I'm gonna look closer so I can see. Like, I guess his head is like covering his whole face.
Yep. You can see there's something completely covering the face, something that's even more than just the hood.
Chimp. How'd you get past security?
Silence.
If you want parlay, either will I. I just like take a seat.
Just stays there with the hand extended.
All right. Can I tell what was being sucked from me? Did it feel like it was my aura like going down?
Your aura was not going down. You couldn't quite tell what it was. But you know it's not your aura.
Listen, if you can get me my sword and open the cell, then maybe I'll think about grabbing your hand.
The hand just remains extended.
It's like sit down, back in my cell, continuing to ponder my thoughts.
Flynn, are you doing anything at this?
I want to, but the king told me to shush.
You assume the king.
Is there any light in this area?
No, it's pretty dark. There's like a candle inside of Haku, like just right outside of Haku's cell.
I just wonder if, like, Haku can't see me, can Davos not see me? I wonder if that's how it works. I'm gonna start sneaking up closer.
Okay. The figure still just has its hand extended outward through the bars at you, Haku.
Please. What more can you take from me? Get out.
Flynn, you're inching closer. What are you doing?
Good to hear that you're alive, my friend. But I'm
As
staying
you
in the
say that-
I'm staying in the shadows.
As you say that, Haku, you hear that, and you see Davos turns. And then he turns to you, Haku, and smiles. Well, Haku, here we go.
Flynn, run. It's not safe here.
And he's going to immediately jump at you. But you don't know it, so it's pretty much a hit check. Or pretty much just a free hit. But you've immediately felt two hands wrap around your throat suddenly. You see the figure looks towards you, and then it looks back to you, Haku, and puts more emphasis on its hand.
Take
You better open the
the
cell.
hand.
I take the hand. I'm being guided by the GM. I'll take the hand. If you
Once
need
again.
You can resist as much as you want. It's just eventually more stuff will happen. I'm just giving you the chance.
me. CG.
Yeah, more stuff as in someone's life force is about to leave.
GG.
Maybe.
I'm just standing there as my as my aura goes down little by little.
I'll take his hand. Like,
And then he clenches tight, very tightly on it, and you can feel that same drain happening.
Do I feel anything?
You feel the grip around your throat begins to lessen, Flynn. It keeps lessening. Haku, you feel that presence, whatever it is being drawn from you, and then it's gone. And as that happens, Flynn, you are able to breathe again. What?
I'm going to kill that fucker.
And you see the creature finally removes its hand from you, Haku. And you can tell that your magic is gone.
I guess it could be worse.
And the creature removes its hood, removes the mask, and you see the king.
Where the fuck have you been?
So
You were not there. So I'm gonna stand up and walk closer. Sorry, King. I had a feeling it was you telling me not to be quiet, but I didn't see like this. I didn't feel like that was going anywhere.
Yes, you made the right call. Luckily for me, it was enough to persuade Haku before you had to die.
Yeah, I could feel my life force draining quickly.
Haku, with that, you should no longer have an issue. I will re-grant you this power as the final battle approaches, but no sooner.
You know what? Maybe it's best I don't have it.
I will leave that call to you. I also apologize for my playing comatose. I had a purpose behind it all.
You were playing.
Motherfucker!
He says
long
yes. There was some information I needed, as well as the opportunity to go and do this to Haku.
As long as everybody's safe and sound, I suppose.
Yes.
Are you
Well,
going to?
Yeah, I think.
Well,
I
people
deserve
are
an
aware that you
explanation.
are gone.
Yes, I know. I'm on my way now. I'm going to go on my way now to clear these issues up.
But before you go, we need to talk later. I need to
You
hear
can
the
talk
truth.
now if you want. Haku, those are none of your concern. Forget about them.
What did you say, Haku?
I said I need to know the truth.
Oh.
It
Yeah,
is
I
my
don't really
concern.
want to know what he's talking about either, so I'm gonna get on up out of here. I don't even want that buzzing around in my brain.
If it's the fate
Haku,
of this world,
glad
it
you're
does
alive.
concern us. I'm glad you're alive.
Flynn, you walk into a more public area, you hear Aquos. Flynn! Flynn, where are you?
Make a persuasion check, Haku.
Yeah, maybe I can get a 20 this time.
I believe in you.
-5.
5 every time.
You know what? I didn't believe that hard.
He's going to say,
Damn.
Haku, when this is all over, and if you are still alive, we will have this conversation again. And perhaps then, I will explain the truth. But no sooner.
He's doing
I shrug. Is
Now-
this solo?
No, the cell will remain locked. If you were running out before the guards and the professors were aware, I cannot even imagine the ruckus it would cause. I'm going to go clear up the situation now, and then you will be released.
Fair
Should I
enough.
accompany you?
You are free to do whatever you wish, Flynn.
I take a seat
Cool.
back down.
The king walks out, explains the situation, and eventually
Oh.
Haku is released as you arrive.
I was
Aquos.
really hoping, as everybody left, Haku would hear, "It didn't work.
Oh, snap.
It's too late."
Like, I haven't left yet. I'm like, Haku, it's so good to see that you're alive, and I'm well. I'm glad this all came here and cleared up. King.
I legit thought that was coming.
If you went too early, I was absolutely going to have that be a thing where you could be like, Haku, it's me! And that was honestly pretty much going to be it. There's nothing I felt like I could have done that would have been appropriate to save you.
And I would
dodged
not
the
have
bullet.
made a new character. I would have just said, no, I guess that's it.
Just watch, like, just spectate the rest of it.
I'd pretty much give you the choice of taking over an NPC at that point, honestly.
Yeah,
GG.
probably.
All right. So he explains the situation. Aquos, you have arrived. You see the king is there, awake and well.
It's good to see you, King.
And good to see you too, Aquos.
By chance, did you tell Noctis and Boreas that our visions really are real and affect us? Because I don't feel like they believe us.
I have not said any such thing. I myself was not
Okay.
able to be truly aware of what was happening until I was being choked by an entity I could not see.
So that is what happened, huh?
Yes.
I tried to tell them, but they jailed me for it.
Can you blame their skepticism?
If you want me to be very honest, I understand why they jailed me. My frustrations come from I think it relates to a lot of things in I tell them the truth, Haku tells them the truth, yet they don't care to listen because it's something they don't understand. And I don't blame them, right? When you don't understand something, it's hard to wrap your head around it. However, and you are full of tricks and magic. I mean, just look at the battle we were just in. I mean, that sword is incredible power. There are things in this world that, you know what, I may never be privy to the information for. It's hard for me to see some others go into power who just don't want to open their minds to the possibility of these things happening. I'm glad you're well. That is just my opinion.
Thank you for expressing your concerns, Aquos. I assure you they will not go to waste. I'm going to get the full story as to everything that happened here shortly, and it'll be very valuable to me in the future, once this war is over. Now,
Cool.
you three can get some rest. We have a long day tomorrow.
What time is it?
8:30.
I'm heading back to the pub.
All right, you go back to the pub. You do some drinking, some card games, and all that stuff. Anyone
I'll
else?
prepay him.
Anyone else
Yeah.
doing anything special for the night?
I'm gonna roll a craft check. I'm gonna try to make a little replica toy of Emil's horse.
You get a little craft check.
Bad.
That's okay. You know, it's like
I'm
something a
sorry.
kid would make their parent. Like
Sorry.
their first art pottery class.
I was
I'm
like,
just
I was
imag-
actually carving some wood, and I was gonna paint it, but yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So like, if a kid was carving wood, yeah, it looked like that.
I'm just gonna look at it and be like, no, I'm not doing it.
Probably a little harsh with that, but you know, I think it's funnier.
Sorry, I don't have 30 points in craft.
You should be. You all could have chosen classes with higher skill points, but you didn't.
Nope. One character had good skill points. That was Luteus.
Mhm.
He lasted about 2 episodes.
Yep.
So
Dumped all my points into craft
I have
for roleplay.
yeah, I have higher skill checks are in like 5 or 6 things, and that's it.
listen, I can roll a 30 plus 31 for acrobatics. I can do plus 17 for intimidate. The rest of them do not reach above 8.
Nice.
Well, that's because you're stupid.
And it goes as low as -2 on a lot of them.
I have a -3 on my drive check,
Nice.
and a -3 on my sense motive. Yeah, there's just
Nice.
I have no sense.
But do you have a -5 on your persuasion?
Possible.
What were you about to say, Connor? Sorry.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Be sure to let us know whether you did or didn't by using those like buttons, the comments, or subscribing. And make sure you also spread it around to all of your friends, too. I'd also like to thank our patrons. With support like yours, we're able to slowly improve on our content, so thank you so much for supporting us. If you're not already a patron and you'd like to support us directly, be sure to check out our Patreon in the description below. We have rewards like stickers, shirts, behind-the-scenes content, and even the ability to make a major character to join in one of our D&D campaigns. Well, once again, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.